Hello everyone. So today we are going to start our classes, okay, after the puja vacation. So let's start from the chapter 5, that is minerals. So in the earlier classes we learned about the importance of minerals as nutrients for human body. Minerals, as we will see in this chapter, also play a very important role in our daily lives. The houses we live in, the buses, cars and trains in which we travel, the pencils and mobiles we use, the synthetic clothes we wear, all are made up of minerals, and minerals are also vital for economic development of our country, as most major industries depend on minerals. So it means that, as in our earlier classes, which means when you were in your class 5, you had learned about minerals, which is a nutrients, or there are very important things which is we use for our daily lives, like the house. Okay, the house has been built by cement and bricks and all things, so these are all minerals. The pencils, the mobiles, everything is just we get from minerals and nothing else. Okay, so that's why minerals is a major, industries depend on minerals, it is a major thing for the industries. Okay, so let's start from the main thing, which is what are minerals. So minerals are naturally occurring inorganic substances found in the earth crust. They are solid and homogeneous in nature and are often crystalline in form. Means minerals are generally naturally occurring inorganic substance. Okay, and which is found in the earth crust. It is not organic, it is inorganic. And the main thing is minerals will look like a solid and it is homogeneous in nature, because it is always found in crystalline form. So it is made of in, I mean, it is a homogeneous in nature. So let's talk about what is inorganic and what is homogeneous. As we are just seeing, we are watching that minerals are naturally occurring inorganic substance. So inorganic substance are the substance which is not made up of hydrocarbon. Okay, and the homogeneous means the things which will look or appear similar. So all the minerals in this world will look similar and are also same. Okay, and most often it will found crystalline in nature. So minerals are valuable natural resources and form the raw material for many industries like iron ore, copper and zinc. These are the some examples of minerals. And over 5,000 minerals has been discovered till date. Means till now we humans have discovered almost 5,000 minerals. The rocks and stones that form the earth crust are made up of different minerals. Means the rocks and stones in our earth crust and everything have a different kind of minerals with it. And an ore is a type of rock in which there is a high concentration of minerals. Means in the earth crust we get a ore. Means ore is something which is a type of rocks, but the main important thing of ore is that it has a high concentration of minerals. Means it have a lot of minerals inside it, which we can extract it by some process, by using industrial process. Okay, because we have to get the extraction in a very bulk manner. For after that we can see some natural occurring substance found in the earth crust are organic in nature. For example, coal, petroleum, natural gas. So as I had told you, inorganic are the substance which is free from hydrocarbon, and organic substance are the substance which have hydrocarbon inside them. Means the coal have a carbon inside them. Petroleum is also made up of carbon. Natural gas are also made up of carbon. These have the carbon elements similar among them, and that's why they are called organic in nature. After that we will come to the thing that the substance which are organic in nature are called fossil fuels. Okay, because they are mainly or mostly used for fossil or burning process. After that we will go for the minerals. So minerals are classified into two types, that is metallic and non-metallic. As we can see, the metallic minerals have the following characteristics. Means how can we just uh, like we can say that this is a metallic minerals, this is a non-metallic animals. How can we conclude which one is a metallic and which one is a non-metallic? So that's why we have to learn some characteristics. So let's see the characteristics. The characteristics are they contain metal in its raw form. Means the metallic minerals have metals in it, and the form is raw form, means it is raw, and they are hard and shiny. Means metallic minerals are very hard and it will shine. Okay, thereafter they are ductile, means can be drawn out without into thin wires without breaking. Means we can just draw out a thin wires from the metallic minerals and it won't break. And it is also malleable. Malleable means it can be molded into any shape. Like as we can see, we will just get a iron from the earth crust, okay, as a ore, iron ore. After that, getting the iron ore, we used to give it the shape as per our choice, okay, because we won't get the iron as per the, like we have to use if we want to make a window, okay, window shutter from the by using iron. So we won't get that shape, we have to make that shape by ourselves, okay, and we will extract the iron and thereafter give the shape as per we want. After that, metallic minerals are generally found in igneous and metamorphic rock, okay, and the examples of metallic minerals is gold, copper, tin, zinc. These are the examples of metallic minerals. Thereafter, let's continue to the non-metallic mineral. So non-metallic minerals have the following characteristics. First of all, they do not contain metals, means they don't have any metals inside them. After that, they are brittle and inflexible and break easily. Means they are brittle. Brittle means they will appear very like soft and something, and inflexible too, so that they can break very easily, and they are not shiny. Means they won't shine. Okay, and the non-metallic minerals are generally found in sedimentary rock, and the examples of non-metallic minerals are salt, mica, and limestone. Okay, these are the non-metallic minerals and they are widely used in industry. Means most of the things we use in industry for major purposes. After that, we can come to mineral fuels. Means there are some minerals which are fossil fuels and they have formed over millions of years from dead and decay plants and animals. Means the means is that we have some fuel, we get some fuel from the minerals, and those fuel had been formed by over of million years from dead and decaying plants and animals. Okay, and the examples are coal, petroleum, natural gas, as these are the mineral fuels and they are mostly found in sedimentary rocks. So you have to learn the definition with example and everything. Like we can see that anthracite is a dark shiny variant of coal with a high level of carbon. Means it have a high carbon level inside it. Okay, so today I'm going to close the class at on minerals fuel. Okay, after that we are going to start some other topics from the next class. Okay, thank you.